Hey, my lovely Willow Vibes tribe members. I'm Jessica from Willow Vines Intuitive Vibes, and I'm here to do a collective love reading. I wasn't planning on doing this. I was literally, because I took my makeup off and everything. Yeah, I slept with it on. I gotta stop doing that. But anyways, I was gonna do a makeup video, and I still am, and I'm like, oh, I wanna like do some channel messages, and I was gonna pull one card. And kind of go over it while I was doing my makeup and, you know, just to see how that would go. But I can multitask, but I don't know how well that would go over. So I might just do the makeup thing and so that you guys can see how I do my eyeshadow for those of you who care. And for those of you who don't watch it, you know. I might just have to do just that, because I get sidetracked pretty easily. Pulling one card turned into I don't know how this is going to work, but I'm going to try to show you. I'm going to unclip you. Sorry if that was loud. Turned into that. One card turned into all that. Alright, how the hell do I do this now? Hold on. Sorry. I don't normally unclip this thing. And now it's all messed up. But anyways, so we're going to dive into this message and kind of see what's going on. I feel like this energy has been with us for a while, and this is like a backstory. And I only wanted daily energy. So somebody is definitely reminiscing, because we do have memories here anyway. So I feel like your love interest, or you yourself, because for some reason I feel like my collective's love interest, because it's multiple people, you guys don't all want the same person, but hold on, somebody's interrupting. Somebody interrupted this connection, and that's why it didn't get off the ground. But I almost feel like someone's love interest is going to watch this reading, and this is how they're feeling, and this is what they're going over. But anyways, it's daily energy, so it's coming up. Like, this is coming up and coming out. Someone is just going to go, you know, I'm doing it. Because I'm sick of the wait. I'm sick of the lies. I'm sick of having to hide, you know, who I am, how I feel, what I want. I'm sick of pretending that I'm happy. You know, my happiness is over there with you guys. You know what I mean? Because there's the Four of Wands with the Sun. This person views you as the one. Like, they know that this connection would be very stable. And they always have felt that way. But I feel like they were forced to lie, because this person was stuck to the devil. They were stuck to somebody who is very manipulative. And I picked up on that energy in the collective reading that I did yesterday, which is still uploading. It's almost done. There's a stalker energy in there, but there was also a karmic energy. So I kind of feel like whoever your love interest is around is watching the situation, or will be when they find out about it. But you also have a stalker, someone who is pretty obsessed with you. So it's like your love interest is watching you. A karmic on their end, or your end, or both ends, are watching the situation, or you and them individually. It's almost like trying to keep tabs on someone so that they do remain stuck to the devil. I feel like I don't want you to better yourself. I want you to stay in a low vibration, because when you're in a low vibration, you stick around this karmic individual, or that's how your love interest is. It's almost like, because look, he's standing behind her, like, it's almost like energetically holding her down, him or her. So I feel like some of you do feel stuck in potentially a family situation, or your love interest is. It's almost like being led to believe that it's a good situation, like this is a happy home, you know. Your person was led to believe that you're in a happy situation when you're not, or vice versa. I almost feel like this devil woman, because the devil is a man for one of you, and it's a female for the other. So your love interest is tied to potentially baby mama, and you're tied to an ex or baby daddy or something like that. But your situations are different. There is someone who's controlling. But this devil woman, she's like hovering over. You know, it's funny, this isn't even the devil, this is death. This is death. They want to end a situation. This karmic wants to end you, I just want to say. There is, like I said, and there's a stalker that's not even tied to you and your love interest who is very problematic. Yeah, but like I said, this person wants to end a situation once and for all so they can come towards you, so that they can finally have their happiness. And this person might actually take some form of action today or this weekend to release this stuck energy so that they can move forward, or that's what you're going to do. But after death, well, before I say what's after death, after this ending, is the beautiful sunshine. But I looked at death as if death was the devil. So if you're a Scorpio, your love interest was looking at you as though you were the devil. And there could be a choice between a Scorpio and a Capricorn. Not necessarily, but that is showing up. I just feel like this situation's going to be the death of me if I don't speak up. It's like, do I really want to die in this situation? Like, no, I want to be happy. It's someone's thinking like that, like, if I were to die tomorrow, would I be happy? No, I would not be happy. I feel stuck, and that's what's making them kind of reflect. Like, what do I want to do? What do I want to do with my life? Because after death is the Knight of Swords with the Seven of Swords. And I kind of feel like this person lied to you about potentially being single. And if they are single or were single back whenever you two interacted, I feel like they lied about their involvement with another party. I also feel like I want to end the sneaking around. So for some reason, I kind of feel like no matter what the connection was between you and your love interest, when they would come visit you or hang out, when you guys would, you know, because they're sitting down at this table having drinks or eating or whatever. It's like whenever you two would connect, no matter what that entailed, I feel like you guys had to sneak around because they have a candle lit, so it's like it's at night. I feel like it's very painful to be around you because I'm looking at it as though these three swords up here are over her head and she's just kind of like, you know, sitting there talking, but it's like it's painful. It's painful to keep doing this. It's painful to pretend that I don't care, that I don't want more. So I feel like you, the collective, you want to end that. You want, and maybe you did. You're just like, you know, I need to pull away because I can't just pretend that nothing's going on here, you know? And the Four Swords is over this guy, so he had to take a break. There was a need for this person, your love interest, to heal, potentially to heal from heartbreak, but I feel like they needed to heal from a past situation, an attachment of sorts, and potentially heal from sneaky behavior. They weren't on the same level as you. They were on a lower frequency. They needed to raise their vibration. In order to do that, they needed to get out of this stuck energy and release themselves from unhealthy people, places, and things in order for this to work. And I feel like they're kind of having this epiphany, this aha moment, like, oh, I should have done this all along kind of thing. because the first card that I pulled, excuse me, was Eva, number 16, which is the number of the Tower. And we do have the Tower here as well in this, and that's also Scorpionic energy. And she is all about lies and deceit. And I feel like this person, your love interest, might have thought that you were lying to them initially, especially if you're around an ex, or if you have a karmic that is in your energy, we'll say, that's around you, because the snake is around her neck, and that's your throat chakra. And it's almost like this person thought that you were spitting fiction about being single, or about how things would go between the two of you. They just weren't trusting you. They weren't trusting the situation. But you weren't lying. The reason that they weren't trusting you is because they've dealt with untrustworthy people. So it's almost like they were comparing you to, past people, other options, whatever. Your situation, whatever situation you were in, was very familiar to them. It looked like a situation that they have dealt with before. So if this person, they had a different option in the past, they had, whoever that was in a similar living situation, or was dealing with an ex in the same way, or whatever was going on with you, they dealt with something very similar, but that person had lied. It's almost like, for example, it's like saying, whoever they dealt with before you, and I don't feel like they really dated this person, but it was just an option. This person, for example, was living with an ex, okay? So that's what they said, like, oh, I'm living with my ex is still here, and, just until he or she can, get on their feet, kind of thing, or until that person could get on their feet. It was like, this is a temporary situation, but we're not together, kind of thing. But that past person that isn't you lied, because they were still married and still together, and it was a third party situation, basically, and this person got roped in, they got caught up in a bunch of drama and conflict because of that. So that person was cheating, but pretending that they weren't. And I almost feel like you're in a similar living situation, or some of you are or were. I mean, this could be your love interest even, but I feel like I'm just going to use that as an example. You're in a similar situation to whatever that past person situation was, because that might not be the situation. That's just what popped in my head as an example. And so because that person lied to them, they're thinking that you're the same, that you're lying too, but you weren't. Because we have the Moon, the Six of Cups, and the Five of Wands. So there's that conflict, that battle, and it's like, I've dealt with these lies in the past. I've dealt with shady women or men or whatever, people who made it seem like this is a great, this would be a great connection, everything would work out, but it was just a bunch of bullshit, basically. They didn't want history to repeat itself. So that past person screwed things up between the two of you, because this person was like, I'm not going to fall for this shit again. But it wasn't true for you, So this person has trust issues, I just want to say. But they're reflecting on your actions, and I feel like information has come to them where they figured out that you weren't lying, basically. You two connect at night anyways, but I feel like there's a strong spiritual bond between the two of you, because this is heavy intuition. You two could dream about each other. I just feel like the feelings for you just won't subside. They won't go away, because he looks really sad when he's reminiscing, like, oh, I just wish things were different. But how do I change them? I don't want to cause a fight. I don't want to cause any disagreements. It's like this person is around a karmic individual who is very combative and mean and cruel, vengeful. They're cutthroat, and it's like, I don't want to drag you into that situation, but I really want to be with you. So what do I do? So there's a lot of inner conflict here. I also feel like your love interest is arguing with a karmic baby mama, baby daddy, whatever. There is a family situation that is not the best, basically. I feel like your love interest is constantly, it's like a constant fight with whoever this person is, and they're like, I need to move forward, I can't stay in this fucking situation. But that's what pushed pause on the connection between the two of you, was this family situation on your end or their end. And I feel like there's a family situation on both ends, but only one is, well, both of them are affecting this connection because this person thought that you were lying about your family situation. But whatever your love interest is dealing with, it's more combative, it's more negative. But I also feel like you have someone not so healthy around you too, as well as that stalker. But yeah, there's family issues that made this person halt the connection. And I feel like because there was no forward movement, like I said, it was painful for you, because I saw that in the Seven of Swords. This person lied about their feelings, and because of it, it really hurt you. And they pushed pause. It's almost like it looked like they went back to a family, or they started a relationship elsewhere, is what it looked like to you. Maybe that's just what your intuition was saying. But regardless, I feel like they didn't choose you, and it looked like they didn't want nothing to do with you, but that was a lie. And now that you've pulled yourself out of the situation, they want to chase you and make an offer to you. So there's a reversal here. The runner becomes the chaser, basically. Because I feel like I'm so fed up, I don't care what anybody says anymore. This person, it's like, I gotta get you out of my head. I can't keep pretending. Because then we have silenced and union, and it says reconciliation, eternal love, your time has come. Your time has come to connect with this person. You know it, you feel it. Because I feel like even though you walked away from this person and, push those feelings down, and you're like, you know what, I'm just going to process through the pain of it all and let it go because they don't want me, maybe I read the signs wrong, whatever it was. You were, you questioned your own intuition and your own feelings, like, I really thought this was it. It was like love at first sight. And it really was. And it was for both of you. But your love interest they were forced to lie due to a family situation, due to somebody who was very unhealthy. Like, I just keep looking at that card and I want to punch that bitch in the face. Like, she's causing problems between the two of you. And I feel like your love interest is getting to the point where they're fed up. I don't think they're going to hit anybody, but I feel like they just want to cut ties with the past because I want to be with you, is what I'm feeling. This person really wants to reconcile with you. They want to come together, but they haven't spoken up yet. Their mouth has been sewn shut. And I feel like they know that they're running out of time, because there's definitely the potential for you to move forward with somebody else, because I feel like you're the Empress energy. Because we have the Three of Cups, the Page of Swords, the Ace of Pentacles, and the Two of Cups. And just with the Page of Swords and the Ace of Pentacles, it's the Roman numeral 3 together, and that's the Empress. And I feel like your love interest is watching you. They're keeping tabs on you, and they're watching you move forward and potentially meet somebody new. So I do feel like there could be a new option in love headed your way. For some of you, you've already started interacting with other people, but I feel like for most of you, you haven't. But the opportunity is going to present itself, and this person is sitting back and watching. And I feel like this is also a fear of theirs. Like, I can't just sit back and watch the love of my life go off with somebody else. I can't watch the love of my life go off with somebody else. But I feel like this person, the reason why they're in the shadows just lurking, watching you and not getting the ball rolling, is because they really thought that you had somebody else hidden over here. In this deck, I didn't even notice that there was these two. I didn't notice that there was one right there because it's just her ass poking out. And this chick may or may not be aware of that person. So I feel like whatever family situation your love interest was dealing with, you know, you were unaware to what extent their connection was, basically, to what extent things, like, you were unaware of the extent of their connection, basically, of what was going on. I feel like you thought that, you know, if it was a baby mama situation or something, you thought that, you know, they saw this person when they were exchanged their child or children or something like that. Like, you thought it was what civilized exes do, but there was more to it. Your love interest still had feelings for this past person, and I feel like they could have even, you know, been sleeping with them off and on, which is probably what kept this person tied to the devil for so long. It's like a sex bond. It's lustful energy. But love trumps all, and I feel like this person's feelings for you were slowly pulling them further and further away from the past. But they feel like a douche nozzle for lying to you about that, for keeping that from you. But that's exactly why they didn't move forward with you, and why they kept their mouth shut about what they wanted with you. So they were silencing themselves about a union that they were, you know, working towards or still residually in, and they were silent about wanting to be with you. Because I kind of feel like when you two first connected, your love interest wanted to reconcile with the past. They wanted their family back, basically, is what I'm going to say, just to sum it up. It could have been for financial reasons. And because of that, now they're, you know, all they can do is just sit back, watch you potentially move forward with somebody new. And, like, they're going to watch their beautiful opportunity, their gift from the universe, walk off with somebody else. There goes my soulmate, my twin, my whatever. They can stop this from happening. They just need to be honest. They're looking back on the past and just realizing how cold-hearted they were. Because I feel like they could feel your warmth. Like, you were so warm, and you gave them the warm and fuzzies, but you were just so kind and fair with them. And they weren't very nice to you. They weren't fair with you. So whatever you were giving to them, they were taking and not giving back. And I also feel like with the Four of Cups, they rejected you. It just wasn't balanced, because I feel like she gave to her man, he or she, you know, doesn't matter what the genders are here, but I'm just reading the cards. Sit down wherever you fit in, basically. But she gave to the situation, and I feel like I kind of feel like she's been left waiting. He's regretful because he's watching. He's watching how sad she is. That what she expected to happen didn't happen. That her efforts weren't matched and her desires fell on deaf ears. They didn't fall on deaf ears. They just, he was too much of a coward to speak up. And he feels bad about it. Because I feel like she was kind of in the card, like I'm picturing the scene like where she was naked and like she was vulnerable. She was open because her ass is showing. So, and he's fully clothed. So she, like you, were open to connecting with this person. You were open to this relationship, and I feel like you did put yourself in a vulnerable state. You potentially asked this person out. Maybe you stepped up and were like, well, let's get this moving, you know. And this person wanted to, because look at them, they're all happy talking together, and it's just, I feel very comfortable around you. And I almost feel like you thought that this was going to go somewhere, that this person felt the same way. because you internally, you could feel it, like your intuition was telling you that this person wants you too. But on the outside, they said no. They acted like they didn't want this. And I feel like going from the 3 of Cups to the 4 of Cups, this person took your cup, but they didn't give you theirs. And now that they want to, because we do have the 5 of Cups over here, so 3, 4, 5 progression, now that they want to give you their cup, they're feeling really sad. They're in their feelings because they don't know if you're still around, if you're gonna actually take it this time. They know that they betrayed you. They feel foolish for their behavior, for being so cold to you, for not giving to you like they should have. This person is definitely sitting in regret. It's like I had all these opportunities to speak up, to say something, to give. Because even he has the opportunity now, as she's getting dressed and, you know, not being vulnerable anymore, as she's putting her walls up, like, okay, fine, you know, you rejected me, I'm gonna take it all back kind of thing, you know, because I don't want you to freeze me out. They did freeze you out, but you don't want to turn cold, you know what I mean? So it's like, I'm going to take what's left of my dignity and walk out the door. And instead of speaking up, he just zipped a lip and was like, okay, walk out the door. Goodbye. Bye. Nice knowing you. And look how sad he looks. He or she. It's like, what is wrong with me? Why? Look at this beautiful woman that I could have had it all. And I just sat there. I just sat there like an idiot, like a fool. That's what I feel. So this person is definitely going round and round in their head, like over the shoulda, coulda, wouldas. Like, with the memories. Why did I treat you that way? Why did I act so cold? Why did I show you that shitty side of myself? Why? I had the Empress right in my arms, literally, wanting me. And I fucked it up. That's what I feel. This person is very regretful, and they feel ashamed for hurting you. It's almost like, you know how there's stories of like angels, earth angels, or angels coming down to earth, and I think there's one in the Bible. It might have something to do with Jesus. I can't remember exactly where I heard this, but there's multiple versions of this where, you know, angels come down in human form and test people, like test your kindness, like what would you do in this circumstance, basically. So there's a poor, homeless, elderly man, you know, asking if, can I please come in? You know, I'm so cold. I just want to warm up. And you know, you turn that person away, and then, you know, you don't get these blessings or whatever, just because you're not a kind person. And then he goes to the next house, and that couple or something, I think it was an older couple who didn't really have much, and it was somebody who had a lot that turned this poor person away. And then somebody who didn't have jack shit offered this homeless dude, you know, what the only thing they had. And because of that, you know, his true colors came out, and it's like, I'm an angel, and, you know, now what do you want? And these people got their wishes granted, kind of thing. It's something like that. And it's almost like you passed a test and your wishes are coming true. You're getting what you want. And I feel like this person is lucking out because they don't really deserve to be with you. But because it's what you want, that's what you're going to get. And this person is growing and changing. And the reason why it's taken so long, on top of them pushing pause to be with a family, like to try to fix their family and whatever, this person needed to raise their vibration to be with you, to be deserving enough, you know, to be your damn equal, because they weren't your equal. And the universe is like, okay, well, we need to get this person in tip-top shape to get ready for you to get your wish, because you don't deserve to be with someone that's this heartless, you know? There needs to be a change and a wake-up call first. So that's kind of where some of the delays have been, the divine timing. The universe is working for you, baby. You know what I'm saying? So this person was sitting in some regret, and I feel like they still are. They've been sitting in this for a while, potentially, for more than 10 days, 10 weeks, 10 months, maybe 6 months. It's been a while. But yeah, they definitely needed to raise their vibration, and that's what they're doing. They were very secretive before. I feel like this person was trying to match you spiritually, or they're trying to match your vibration ultimately. Like, they portrayed themselves as though they were on the same level as you, but they weren't. So that was partially what was hidden. You were dealing with a very low vibrational person. They were doing devilish deeds, and that was also something they needed to end. Not only did they need to let go of this past situation, baby mama, whatever, because I looked at death as if that was the devil. I still feel the energy of, you could be a Scorpio, and they were looking at a Scorpio as a temptress kind of thing. For some of you, not all of you. But yeah, this person has been working on themselves and raising their vibration behind the scenes, because they don't want to wait anymore. They want to offer you the Ace of Cups. They're ready for this new love. It's like they don't want to screw up again. They don't want to pass up on a divine offer again, I feel like they're kind of in a lose-lose situation with the Five of Swords here. It's like, I'm damned if I do, damned if I don't. So why keep waiting? Why not just go for it and make this offer? This is all behind the scenes right now, because that's what's clarifying secretive. I feel like if I don't move forward and try to ask you out and offer you my love, then I'm going to be sitting in misery for the rest of my days, always wondering, always wishing. I just will never be satisfied. I'll never be happy is what I'm feeling, which is probably what's making them, raise their vibration and, become a better person, because that's what they're sitting in, is that shitty energy. Like, oh, I can't, they're reflecting on their actions. I can't believe I acted that way. So it's like, if I don't move forward, I'm not going to make much of my life. I almost feel like my life will be pointless if I don't move forward. They're going to sit in regret, basically. And if they do move forward, like I said, there's karmics around that are going to be all bitchy. I feel like there's someone on their end, baby mama potentially, and there's a karmic on your end who could be problematic, because what's after this is vengeful. So I feel like this person is fearful that you're going to be vengeful with them, like, because of their actions, you're going to do to them what they did to you. And they're really worried about that. But there's also problematic people around, so it's like, I'm damned if I do, I'm damned if I don't. But you know what? If I have to deal with these shitty motherfuckers because I'm going after what I want, and I'm, because I'm going to have the love of my life, basically, whatever, we can fight them off together kind of thing. It's just bitter betties. They're going to want what you have kind of thing. And this person is seeing that, like, they're just low vibrational people, because those people haven't grown along with your love interest. Your love interest did it all on their own, and in order for those people to stay in your love interest life, friends, family, whatever, they're seeing things differently now. They know that those people need to raise their vibration so that they can be on you guys' level. And if they don't, then they can't stay in their life anyway. So this person is seeing people's true colors now. They're seeing who's there for them and who's not, through reflecting on their own actions, their own behaviors. They're realizing, because they're growing, that they weren't around the healthiest people. But yeah, this person, they finally reached a certain level. They're in a more positive space now. so that they can follow their desires. They can follow their dreams. They don't have to wait. The wait is over. And this is daily energy. This person's going to take charge. They're finally your match, which is beautiful. And then we have vengeful with home and rise above. There is a vengeful motherfucker in this person's home. It's a family member, or in your home. Maybe both of you are dealing with someone who's just, because that's what I feel. There's someone who's just trying to keep the two of you apart. I feel like it's not even necessarily, keeping you and this specific person apart. I just feel like there's someone in your life who is basically cock blocking you. Or beaver damming you, whatever. They're keeping any options away. It's like mine, all mine, and you're not even with that person. And your love interest is dealing with an unhealthy past person or family members. Could even be multiple family members as well. And it's like, I feel like your love interest is trying to rise above the pettiness and drama of others. It's like, if you don't like the way that I live my life and you don't like the person I'm in love with, then, piss off, basically. Because you're home to me. This is the person I want. And you don't have to live in my home. You don't have to live my life. So this person is overcoming the things that were holding them back before. And I feel like the majority of what was holding this person back was another person, was baby mama drama. Like, my ex will cause so many problems if we fucking move forward. I feel like both of you have exes that are problematic, like I said, and you both are rising above it. It's almost like they're looking at the situation through your eyes now, because you were willing to rise above any roadblocks, but they weren't. So it's like, if my love interest is strong enough to do this, I can do it too. And they're finally seeing their strength because they've raised their vibration. But all this has been done behind the scenes. Like I said, some of you also have a stalker who is not so healthy, and I feel like that person does want to come to your home and cause a ruckus. They're very, very misguided. I feel like you'll be shocked to know that your love interest, what your love interest was going through, what they were dealing with, and the fact that they felt so insecure within themselves, because I feel like this person is kind of arrogant, like, I'm a ladies' man. They were a Casanova type person, so you didn't peg them to be insecure, but usually people like that are very insecure, and that's why they're doing the things that they're doing. That's why they're in those meaningless connections anyways, because it makes them feel better, like another notch in my belt, I'm hot shit, that's what I'm feeling with that. But this person doesn't want to live that lifestyle anymore. So with vengeful, we have the Knight of Cups, the High Priestess, and the Five of Cups. This person felt like you were off limits, possibly due to a karmic situation on your end there, on both ends. But I just feel like with the High Priestess, you're like a mystery to them. Some of you could be tarot readers or into the esoterical side of life, but I feel like spiritually speaking, this person, they knew that they weren't on your level, but they're there now. You were like untouchable to them for whatever reason, because there was multiple reasons. I feel like spiritually speaking, because of their insecurities and stuff, this person didn't feel worthy of your love, because I feel like you're too good for me energy for whatever reason. But they admired you and they really wanted to be with you, but you can't, you don't sleep with nuns, and they're off limits. And I feel like you're off limits to me, because it's like a strong temptation. Listen to the song Temptation by Gary Allan, and then Addicted who's that by? I'm so addicted to Saving Abel. No. See, I always get them all mixed up. But anyways, I'm so addicted to all the things you do when you're going down on me. This person had a sex addiction potentially. They knew if they slept with you, because I feel like I'm talking to someone where you didn't sleep with this person, you didn't date him or anything. They knew that if you two crossed that line sexually, that they would be bonded to you. They felt, because the connection felt so strong, because there's like that spiritual connection that this person didn't understand. They didn't understand why they were feeling the way they were feeling, and it was just so intense. It's almost like, oh, if I cross this line, I'm done for. Like, stick a fork in me, I'm done, baby, you know? So you were the forbidden fruit. You were just a pure temptation to them. But they were looking at you in that way too, like you were the damn devil. Like I said, I looked at death as though death was the devil. And whether you're a Scorpio or not, and I do feel like there is a situation in here where there is a Scorpio involved. Like someone was looking at a Scorpio that way. A temptation, where was I going with that? Damn it, I lost it. Oh, looking at death as though it was the devil. It's like the temptress. They thought that you were tempting them into, it's like sex magic. They thought that you were basically trying to bind the two of you together, that you were just an unhealthy temptation, a seductress, but in all actuality, you were helping transform them. You were helping them see things differently, like that they needed to change, that, you know, they were already in that low vibrational energy, and that had nothing to do with you. So they were looking, you were a mirror to them. They were looking at you. How they are is what they saw in you, basically. But they never looked at themselves that way. But because you reflected that back to them, even though they initially thought that negative vibration was you, they're realizing that it was coming from them, that you were just showing it back to them. You were changing the Casanova. You're making Casanova turn into Romeo or something. I don't know. Someone that's more stable, basically. But yeah, then we have the Lovers, the Knight of Wands, and the Tower. More scorpionic energy. But yeah, I feel like this person wants to rush in and make a love offer to you. They choose you. They've always chosen you with the Lovers. But in their heart of hearts, they've always chosen you. Like, in a love capacity. They didn't want to admit it to themselves. But I feel like suddenly, out of nowhere, with the Tower, they're going to admit it to you. But you were off limits to them. You were just a temptation. So I feel like this person did choose meaningless connections over you. And I don't feel like it was someone in particular. I feel like it was multiple people. They could have chosen a Capricorn over you, because I did say Scorpio Capricorn. They were looking at the death card, the Scorpio, as if it was the devil, and the devil as the death card, which is transformation. And, you know, death is actually a beautiful thing if you really look into it, you know what I mean? I'm not talking about murders and stuff. That's not beautiful. That's horrendous. But they got it mixed up. And I said that in a collective reading. You could have, you drank from the devil's cup, and it made you look like the devil because of lust. You could have been in a lustful connection, or you were allowing your desire, your passion to take over when you were connecting with this person, and it made you look like that's all you wanted, like you were the Knight of Wands. That's how they were looking at you. But they're seeing things differently now, because they're raising their vibration. The fact that you pulled away from them, that you are no longer interacting with this person, you know, that you didn't, it's like you fought for them for so long, but you know your worth, so you gave up when when you should have, basically. Like, it's like, I'll fight for you, I'll fight for this, I'll fight for us. But if I'm the only one fighting, and you're not going to give to me, and you're going to continuously reject me and treat me like I don't fucking matter because you're choosing everyone else and you're letting your dick lead the way or whatever, then I'm gone. And that's what you did. You fought until you couldn't fight no more, and they're regretting pushing you away and hurting you. They made an angel cry. It's like, why would you want me? I'm the one that snipped your wings so that you couldn't fly, but your wings regenerate so you can, and you flew away anyways, or you flew away before they could clip your wings, something like that, because they weren't in a healthy energy when you connected with them. But there was a lot of passion between the two of you. The chemistry was off the charts, you know. But yeah, I feel like you're gonna be kind of shocked to know all of this anyways. It's like you know deep down, but when this person actually comes forward and says something, you're going to be like, holy crap, I was right. Because this person is trying to gain the inner strength to come forward and apologize. They know that coming forward, it's a risk. It's a risk to approach you because you could reject them. It's a risk to get this off the ground and to connect with you fully because of the karmics around, you know, because there are vengeful people around you and this person, but they want to lay it all on the table and do it anyways. It's like he's gambling and he's putting in everything he has on the table, and everyone's watching like, oh my goodness, what if you lose? You could lose everything. If you apologize to this person, if they offer you love, they could lose their house, they could lose a lot. They could lose their stability. I will lose it all if I come to you. I could. Or I could gain everything and have everything I've ever fucking wanted my whole fucking life, and I'm gonna cry. And they're seeing that. They're seeing the positive side of this. Like, yeah, I could lose everything, but what do I really fucking have? You know? I'm not happy here. I'm not happy around that person. I'm not happy in this home. I'm not happy. I'm not fucking happy when I'm not with you. So, because they're seeing that, they're gaining the courage, the strength and courage to come forward. And they're going to lay it all on the line for you. I'm not just laying it all on the line for you. I'm laying it all on the line for us. Because that's what I should have done in the very beginning. Because we're connected. Even though I told you no, I didn't mean it. You're the only person I can talk to. This person could open up to you from the very start, and I feel like that scared them. Like, why am I telling you this? Well, what did you do to me? Like, they really thought you did something to them, but they've done a lot of soul searching here. You could be dealing with a Virgo, or a Leo, or a Scorpio, or a Capricorn, but I feel like the Capricorn person is the unhealthy one, in some instances. And there's also a lot of air energy here. I feel more Libra. Actually, all of them, Libra, Gemini, and Aquarius, but I do feel Libra pretty prominently. We have all the elements here, so it could be anyone, but those are the prominent signs. But yeah, it's like I'm gonna lay it all on the line for us. And the only reason they're willing to do that is because they raise their vibration. But you don't even know because you haven't been speaking to this person. But that's what made them do it. It made them go within. And it's fucking beautiful because we have the masculine and the feminine together. This is you two coming together. And on the masculine side, we have forgiveness and separation. And your masculine wants to come forward and ask for forgiveness. They want to lay it all on the line. They want to risk it all for you guys, for you two to come together. Because they risked the fate of this connection by walking away the first time, or by pushing you away and betraying you, basically. And they want your forgiveness. They're hoping you will forgive them. I feel like you will, because the outcome, it's basically balls in your court. Well, it's in your person's court. They need to come towards you, and with this apology, which will bring the two of you together. But the final verdict of it all is in the feminine's hand, and it's in your hands. And the feminine, the outcome that the feminine wants is marriage, is a connection. So you two will come together. I don't feel like you're going to get married right away, but I feel like your souls are married, and this connection is strong enough to withstand the test of time. And I do see you two getting married down the line, like, because we have your happily ever after literally right here, because your person has fucking freed themselves finally. They could be packing their bags, like a small bag, and this dude's scaling the building. Like, he's not climbing up. He's not climbing in your window. He's jumping out of a family window to get away from a lying bitch, potentially at night. I'm taking what I need, and I'm releasing myself, and I'm headed your way because you're what I want. I'm like picturing you two like together on an island. It's like, let's get in the little dinghy and go over over to dry land. I just heard, what took you so long? Could be what you're gonna say to your person. This is so funny. So let's see. I am going to look more into that stalker person, because I want to see what's going on with them. Like, if they're going to be problematic or not. I'm not doing that in this reading, but I am going to look into them, because I said I was going to. This was just an impromptu, like, wow, didn't see that coming kind of thing. And I kind of feel like that's exactly what you're going to say, is like, when this person shows up or calls, you're going to be like, wow, I did not see that coming. Because they had you disillusioned. You do have a stalker. I'm telling you, your love interest is watching you. A karmic on your end, and there's a karmic on your love interest end. The one on your love interest end is kind of nasty. I feel like the one on your end can be too. There's a lot of negativity around you guys, but regardless of them keeping tabs on the two of you and trying to keep you guys stuck, it's not going to work no more. You guys can move away from those two asshats relatively easily, but there is a stalker around. So you got a lot of eyes on you, and some of them are not healthy at all. Yeah, because I keep opening up to that. So I am going to look into this, and as someone who feels secondary, you repelled this person, you pushed them away. This person wanted to date you, but their energy fell off. And I'm not talking about your love interest now, and this isn't how they felt about you or anything. This is the stalker person. I don't know, they gave you the heebie-jeebies, because I feel like this person was a liar. They would tell really extravagant stories to make themselves seem better than they really are. I feel like this person tried to match you, like, not even energetically, but the stalker person has researched your likes, your dislikes, and I feel like they were doing it because they're like a chameleon. They were trying to portray themselves as being your love interest, like as being your perfect match, because you have so much in common. I feel like this person, when they were talking about certain things, you could tell that they were just a distraction. You could tell that they were full of shit, because they couldn't elaborate on anything, and they didn't have a full understanding of like the things that they were talking about. You could just tell, because they wouldn't, like, you couldn't really ask them anything. They were like word salading you whenever you would ask about it. So for example, if you're a very spiritual person, and this is just an example because it could have been anything, they were trying to talk about like tarot or whatever, but they didn't they don't even know what the zodiac signs fully are. You know what I mean? Like, it was something like that. So if you would ask them a question, to have them elaborate, because you're like, oh, you're interested too, kind of thing. This is before you knew they were crazy and a stalker. Um, they would word salad you, which means they would basically answer you with another question and kind of dance around the subject. So much so, and talk so fast and so much that you would either forget the question you asked, or I don't know, it would just kind of screw with your head basically. But you caught them in a lie, and you also, I don't know, because I want to say you caught them saying something they shouldn't have known. So it basically pointed out the fact that they were researching you because of something they said, and you were kind of like, oh, that's fucking weird. I don't know. That's who this stalker person is. So if anyone like that was in your life, you haven't seen or directly talked to this person in months. Like, hell, it could have even been a year ago now. It's been a minute, but they're still around. They're still watching you. I don't know. You got the heebie-jeebies from this person, and when all that stuff started coming out, you're like, hell no. I feel like you just didn't like this person's energy anyways. Well, they fucking love your energy, and I feel like they're planning something. They're very envious of other people, other options that you have. They're envious of your life. They feel empty inside, and they're fucking vengeful. So I'm going to leave the invading card out because I am going to do a reading on that stalker, because I just want to make sure that you guys are, you know, safe, and that you have as much information as you need on things like that, especially if it's making sense to you, because of course I want you guys to be protected. But yeah, your love interest is coming in. Maybe your love interest is aware of this unhealthy stalker person. And I kind of feel like the timing is really perfect. The universe definitely has your back, because they're sending your love interest in potentially before something bad happens with this person, or it's going to be around the same time. I don't know, you're a hot commodity, I'm just going to say, but your love interest wants to lay it all on the line for you, which is beautiful. Yeah, the stalker person, 10 of Swords. That's not cool. Finality. Well, at least the finale is coming with this stalker person, so, you know, you'll find out what's coming with them real soon. They're sick of waiting. Yeah, this person is very stressed out. Whoever this unhealthy stalker person is, they deal with, like, I don't know, they could be bipolar or something, like have borderline personality disorders. It's untreated if they do, but I feel like they deal with panic attacks and high anxiety. They're very fucking determined. I'm just saying, and they want you. They want your ass. Oh yeah, they want to be with you hardcore. You are divinely protected though, just so you know, but protect yourself in the physical realm too, you know? Know your Second Amendment rights, if you know what I'm saying. But anyways, I love you long time, and I'll talk to you real soon. And I'm going to do that makeup tutorial thing, and we're going to talk about this freaking Riri. But your person's coming in. They want to, and that's the weekend energy, so that's beautiful. Peace.